Hello everyone, this is Helen H and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you all are doing well. Today is kind of a different video for me. As you can see, you're actually seeing my face, and excuse me, I am looking rough today. It was a gross rainy day today. I did not dress really to go outside at all. I did have to go to my hairdresser to try get some color fixed here. A lot more gray here because I am letting myself go gray, and I'm super excited about that. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is the hashtag December Crafts 2022 open collaboration sponsored by Susan from Susan Hiles Art and Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. Their links are below, so please go to their channels, watch their videos, and in their description box they will have the the list of all the other participants. Now, the reason that I'm doing a face-to-face, well, there's two reasons, but we'll do the first one first, is today's the 23rd, and it is about making a list, and it says movies you watched or plan to watch, gifts bought, meals, parties, etc. Well, I'm making a different kind of list, and just bear with me here. This is not really a crafty video. This list has more to do with what I plan to do for 2023, and I'm telling you all this so that you can hold me accountable to it, because they say if you tell people about your goals or whatever, then you're more likely to follow through, because you know other people know what they are. So each year I usually have a word, and last year's word was joy, and this year's word I thought was going to be simplify, and that is what I was going to go with. Simplify all areas of my life, as a matter of fact, except maybe a week ago, I was reading this scripture in Psalm 14 verse 2, and it says, "The Lord looks down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there are any who understand, who seek God." And the word seek really jumped out at me there. And so it was almost not audible like in the room, but it was definitely audible in my head that the word was not to be simplify, but intentionality. So that is going to be my word for 2023, intentionality. So because that is my word, I had to make a list of how I was going to be intentional about 2023, and I looked up the definition of intentionality, and it says the character or fact of being intentional, which is being done deliberately, which is the opposite of unintended. So you know, so much of our life we just kind of go with the flow, and things just kind of happen, and days go by, and we're like, well, how did it already become September or December or whatever, you know, because we're just allowing our days and our circumstances to carry us along with them. We're not really living intentionally. So that is really what I'm going to work on this year, and I'm just going to briefly tell you what it's going to look like. Here's my list right here. So this is about a list. Here's my list, and I'm just going to really quickly go over kind of what I want to do for 2023, and hopefully, you know, you will see this through my videos and whatever. So the areas of intentionality that I'm going to be looking at for 2023, first is my relationship with Christ, and that word in that psalm was seek him. So I need to know more of him and love him more, and one of my goals is to really study and sorry, I'm not used to doing it this way, so everything's kind of backwards. Read this book by Tozer. It's 3 of his books right here. He's a great author. So this is my spiritual seeking God right here. If I finish this book early, and when I say finish it, I'm going to dissect it and look at the scriptures and everything. If I do finish this one early, I will get one of his other books. He's got other books where he has several of his books together. So that is for spirituality. That is to get me more in the Word, deeper in the Word. And the reason I picked Tozer, if at least for me, if I use the older writers like Andrew Murray and Tozer and some of these people, they write in old style English, and you really have to dissect what they say to understand what they're saying. And you know, when we can read modern books, we just kind of skim over everything. But reading them in older English or you know, language the way we don't speak anymore, it really gets you to think about things a lot more, at least for me. So that's why I picked him. So then I'm going to, for finances, I'm going to have a low spend year. I'm not going to have a no spend year. I would like to do that, and maybe next year if the Lord leads me to that, but I am going to have a low spend year. And because I'll tell you some of my other goals and why I can't have a no spend year, because a no spend year is basically you spend no money that is not absolutely necessary, like your rent, you know, your utilities, your food, things like that. I can't do that this year, and because of some of my other goals. So I'll tell you about those. So, but this year my goal is to save at least $3,000 additional money for mortgage to pay off the cabin mortgage quickly. We are paying more than's due, but I would like to add at least another $3,000 to the principal of that mortgage. So all of my low spend and saving will go to that. Then to eat, for my health, I'm going to eat more healthy, cooking more from scratch. Now we do cook from scratch a lot. We barely eat out at all, but I am going to be limiting eating out to one time a month for my husband and I, like for dinner. No bought junk food. If I want snacks, it's going to be popcorn or something like that. So no more junk food. I'm going to be batch cooking and freezing some of my food so that on those days when we're just really tired and we just feel like, ugh, it would be so easy to call for a pizza or something, we can say, no, we'll just take something out of the freezer because it's already cooked. And besides cooking for scratch, I'm going to try to get together about 21 recipes that are really simple, because just like clothes, they say you wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time or something like that. It's the same with food. You only eat so many different kinds of foods, and you eat them pretty regularly. So I want to figure out what those foods are and, you know, make those regularly just to simplify cooking. Then, excuse me. Exercise, I'm going to exercise moderately, at least 30 minutes, 5 times a week. I'm pretty much doing that now. Sometimes I slip up on that, so I'll be a little bit more intentional on that, and maybe even going over 30 minutes if I'm really getting into it. So here is a reason, one of the reasons why I cannot do a no spend year is my relationships category. I want to get together with a friend at least 1 time a week. So I do that right now. I get together with my really good friend, and we go to have breakfast at Panera every Friday morning, or most Friday mornings. So I want to keep that up. But even if we cut that back to 2 times a month and do something else the other 2 Fridays, like going thrifting or something, then I would want to go out with another friend or my women's Bible study group or something. So I can't not have any money to go out to do these things if I want to seek, you know, be more relationship or you know, be more relational, I guess. And then also I'm going to make sure that I do coffee or a gaming afternoon at least 1 time a week with my parents, which pretty much we do now anyway. Then with my business, I want to list more things on my Etsy shop. At one time I had over 300 items. Now I have about 30. So I really need to do that because I'm not working anymore at the antique mall. I have my booth there, but I'm not working as an employee. So I really need to get my cash flow up a little bit. I'm going to make sure that I go thrift shopping at least 1 time a week, and then in the summer or spring, garage sale at least 1 time of the week, and then auction most weeks, which the auctions I do most weeks. I don't necessarily go thrifting, and certainly not garage sales as much as I should be. Excuse me. Then crafting, I want to my big thing is to make a mixed media project at least once a week. Whether I film it or not, I want to get painty, messy, gluey, whatever, at least one time a week. I will still work on journals, making journals and stuff like that, but I want to make painty papers and stuff at least one time a week, or get my jelly plate out or something. And then also using my stash, and being a low spend year, using my stash is going to be critical. Then social media, I want to write on my blog. I have a blog. It's listed below, glitteronmyface.com, but I rarely update it, and I really need to be working on my blog at least one time a week, and then YouTube, making videos 2 to 3 times a week, which I am doing now anyway. We're getting there, guys. This is a long list, but it's all good stuff. Then for my home, I want to declutter my home. As soon as the Christmas stuff goes away, I'm going to declutter. I do this every year, really declutter things and simplify my surroundings. Now, the exception might be my craft room, because I need a lot of this stuff. But I do, as I use up my stash, hopefully some of the clutter will go away too. And then same with my wardrobe. I'm going to go through, do this every January, declutter, get rid of the clothes I think, oh, well, I'll fit into that next year, or, you know, yeah, that would look cute, and I've never worn them, right? And we have stuff in our closet. So generally what I do is I only have so many hangers, so and they're not like smushed together. I have room. And so if I buy something, and most of my clothes is all thrifted anyway, but if I buy something, something's got to go, because I don't add extra hangers. So that's one way that you can keep kind of at a level without getting too cluttered. And then also to work on self-sufficiency, which is something that I've done quite a bit this week, but I need to dehydrate more food. We did have a container garden here at this house, and I'm going to do that again this year. And then up at the cabin, if you see my videos, we did create some raised beds there, and we're going to do some more this year. So I do want to actually plant an actual garden up there, and one of my mountain neighbors will be taking care of that when we're not there, because we're going to be sharing the produce. I want to read at least 3 self-sufficiency articles a week. I've got all kinds of books, foraging books, medicinal herbs, how to make salves, balms, tinctures, all that stuff. And then I want to build up my pantry a little bit. There's some things in there that I need to vacuum seal, some flour and some grains and stuff like that for more longer term storage. So that's it. That's the list. It's a biggie, but maybe hopefully it gave you an idea of something. Even if you just do one thing, you might think, gee, I never thought about that and I want to do that. So I hope it was inspirational. I'm sorry this was not a crafty video. Oh, I can show you one thing. Okay, here, look, this is how big my, here we go. This is how big my December daily is so far. All right, there's your bit of craftiness for this video. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. I know it's totally different, but I'm excited about the new year. And the other reason I wanted to do a face-to-face is because, guys, I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. And I wish every one of you all the best for 2023. I hope we have a super year. We're a good community. We're here for each other, and we can make it that way. We just need to stick together and be kind to each other. So please give me a thumbs up on this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, guys, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.